Today is my 60th birthday, and I want to say something that might sound strange. My 50s were the best decade of my life. Not because they were easy, but because at 50, I started my life over. This isn't a highlight reel. It's a story about a series of hard, honest decisions. Decisions that cost me certainty, relationships, and comfort, and slowly gave me a life that finally feels like my own. This touches marriage, faith, family, work, and health, and one painful loss that I'm still carrying. Each of these could be its own video. Today I want to show you the shape of the decade rather than every detail. 1. Marrying Kissy, choosing what I actually wanted. For decades, I tried to become the ideal evangelical Christian man so I could attract the ideal evangelical Christian woman. That effort failed. After a failed marriage and years of pretending, I finally stopped asking who I should want and asked who I actually wanted. At 50, I married Kisselin, a 28-year-old woman from the Philippines. There is an age gap, a cultural gap, plenty of other gaps, and she is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Kissy brought love, stability, warmth, and joy into my life in a way that I have never known before. 2, leaving evangelical Christianity, truth over belonging. Around that same time, I finally faced questions I'd been postponing for decades. Not because my beliefs had suddenly changed, but because building a stable life together made deferring the truth no longer an option. I was a lifelong evangelical Christian. I earned a Master of Divinity. I was a pastor for a few years. I fully expected that if I examined my doubts honestly, I would resolve them and remain an evangelical Christian. That is not what happened. I discovered that many of the historical claims were false, and many of the ethical frameworks were grievously wrong. Leaving evangelical Christianity carried a high social, relational, and emotional cost. But it also set me free. It felt, honestly, like leaving a cult. This wasn't something Kissy wanted or encouraged, but she walked through that instability with me anyway. 3, having children. Life gets very real. Kissy and I were married in December of 2015. 9 months later, Grace Noel was born. Then Orion Freedom. Then Koa True. Today at 60, I have a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 5-year-old. 3 remarkable children who fill my life with joy, chaos, laughter, exhaustion, and meaning. They pulled me out of abstraction and into daily embodied life. 4, becoming a special education teacher, meaning over prestige. In my 50s, I pursued a new career as a special education teacher. I was naive about the bureaucracy, the paperwork, the meetings, and the gossip that fuel school systems. But teaching children with learning needs is deeply meaningful to me. And being on the same schedule as my kids, Christmas break, spring break, summer break, now that is priceless. 5, being a member of the teachers union. Stability is not a small thing. For years, the teachers in my school district were underpaid by about $20,000 per year compared to nearby districts. But because of the work of our teacher union, that was finally changed, and it changed my life. I stopped driving Uber and Lyft nights and weekends. I stopped scrambling to survive. I could repair my home, and I finally had the margin to focus on my health. 6. Focusing on my health. No more bargaining with the future. At 58, I finally turned serious attention to my long neglected health. My weight dropped from 280 pounds to 240 pounds. I've improved, and in some cases reversed, health issues. But there's more work to do. But for the first time, I'm building a system that actually works for me. Number 7, family disconnections. Boundaries are not failures. My 50s also included loss. 3 family relationships broke. One ended quietly when I stopped reaching out and was never contacted again. One ended loudly, painfully, and without repair. And one remains especially heartbreaking. Someone I love deeply, who made it clear they did not want a relationship with me, my wife, or my children. I have learned to accept what I cannot force, and I still hope that one day something changes. Number 8, becoming a Quaker. Quiet after certainty. After leaving evangelical Christianity, I eventually found my way to the Quakers, a small, quiet community of people seeking to follow the light as it is revealed to them. No certainty, no spectacle, just honesty, goodness, and a desire to make the world a little better. I didn't lose my life in my 50s. I stopped lying to myself. I stopped postponing hard truths. I stopped bargaining with the future. If this is what starting over looks like, then turning 60 doesn't feel like an ending. It feels like stability. It feels like peace. It feels like home.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.